Hello everybody. I welcome you all to our third lecture, and we will be talking on implications of corrosion in industries all over the world. In fact, as we have so far discussed, we have seen that corrosion is practically a very slow process, and therefore we may think that being a very slow process, what kind of losses will be there? But the reality is that corrosion is, although is a very slow process, but its consequences are devastating. Actually, metal and metallic products that have undergone corrosion will lose look, strength, and other mechanical and physical properties and fail. Try to understand that. Initially it will lose look. As all of you know that whenever we want to do something, purchase something, in every field, our first priority is look. Unless something is good to see, we will not definitely going to choose it. And if corrosion takes place, initially it will lose its look. Second one is strength. If we want to explain what is strength, let us talk about a building. If we want to make a building, we need cement, brick, rod, sand, water, like this. Now if anybody asks you what is the role of rod in the building, actually the mechanical strength of the building will be provided by the rod. Now somehow if corrosion takes place inside a rod, which I will explain in detail later on. In any rod, actually one special type of corrosion takes place, that is known as intergranular type of corrosion, will be discussed later on in detail. The rod will break down, and if the rod breaks down, the entire building will collapse. And that is why I have told you, if corrosion takes place, primarily it will lose look, second is strength, and other mechanical and physical properties, whatever we desire to have in the product, that kind of material we generally use. But if corrosion takes place over there, so all these properties will be disturbed and ultimately the product will fail. Other than that, corrosion has many serious economic, health, safety, technological and cultural consequences in our society. Metal being used as metal prosthetic devices in human body. All of us know that. Metal is used in the form of plates, hip joints. We also know that if corrosion takes place in the metal used in hip joint, it will lead to arthritic hip. Pacemaker, we use metal, and failure of pacemaker will lead to inflammation. Not actually failure of metallic property lead to inflammation. Moreover, life-threatening accident may be resulted due to collapse of building, flyover, bridge, aircraft, automobile and gas pipelines. Apparently, we can think, being a very slow process, what will be the total loss? But if we see the reality, we will be devastated. Due to corrosion in metal and metallic product and in all other fields where metal are being used, will amount to more than $300 billion per annum alone in USA. Try to understand that. Corrosion takes place everywhere where metal being used. And if we account all the metal and metallic product used all over the USA, the total losses due to destruction of machines, equipment and metallic products, it amounts to more than $300 billion alone in USA per annum. In India, the problem is more serious. Annual loss due to corrosion in India is more than 1.52 lakh crores. The figure I have right now told may go up to 20 times if we consider even small scale industry. It will be 20 times higher than 1.52 lakhs crores. In considering all those things, it is very much clear that corrosion is a global problem. It is a global phenomenon. It is not only destructing the economic status of the developed country. It is destructing the economic growth of the entire world, and in particular developing countries. And therefore, we have to be very, very careful about this serious problem. Unless we have clear idea about the corrosion and its consequences, we'll be in a serious problem in the years to come. And therefore, before I summarize, I would like to remind you, apparently it may look a very simple problem, being it is very slow process. Actually, if we make a metallic structure made of iron and keep it in the pre-atmosphere, it will take several years to be damaged. And automatically something will come in our mind, it is a slow process, what will happen? But if we accumulate the entire losses due to destruction of machines, metallic products, all over the world, I should not say all over the world, in particular we have actually mentioned two types of losses, either in USA or in India. If we talk about USA, the total loss is more than $300 billion, and in India it is more than 1.52 lakh crores. And if we account the losses due to small industries, it will go up by 20 times. And therefore, it is a serious problem as far as chemists, metallurgical engineers, chemical engineers to look into it. And I firmly believe you are in MSc final year, you should have sound knowledge about it, so that whenever you go to industry, you can properly take care of this problem and save huge revenue which will be beneficial for the growth of India.